Everyone, how you doing today? Take another look at the workshop and see what's out there. I'm going to try to add some timestamps to this video as well. I haven't done it yet because the video is not made yet, but in the video description, hopefully there'll be timestamps there for you to, if you just want to look at a particular creation or not. With that being said, this week, the very first one here is the Prowler by Helen Red. And this one just came out just as I already made the video last week, or probably would have been on that video, but definitely wanted to take a look at this today. So this is based on a Star Citizen creation of the same name. Really cool design. It was one of those unique ships in Star Citizen that I thought was really cool too. This is it's very well done with the block work and the color schemes and the texture lights and a lot of different things. Now I did check this out a little bit on the hull. I can see the hull is made of combat steel. Let me get out the put the HUD back on here. Let's go take a fly around on the ship. Now there's certain parts that are really just really cool. One of the things that I think is kind of neat here is how these connections are done over here. To these arms, a lot of complicated block work and angles and trying to make things look like they would work and rotate and you know, using everything that's in the game. And these texture lights too are really pretty dazzling how that's done. Kind of a formation of different blocks in these areas. Certain surface done with a texture light with some additional lighting on the side here to kind of accent that too. Obviously there's like a red light kind of glowing in the area going along the hull, and nice complicated hull design. A lot of flare going on here. A lot of these extra side blocks and kind of a multi-layered surface area. Definitely how this comes up around the edges over here. And again, a lot, and that texture light is very consistent throughout, like a good portion of the hull here, which really looks nice. We'll take a look at this in the dark too to see what that looks like. So then in the tail section here, very cool. We got a detector way in back, different places for turrets, some big rear wings here. This is quite a large creation though. I believe it's a size class 7 if I'm not mistaken. We'll take a look at all the stats here in a bit, but just trying to get a good look at this from all different angles. Really neat. There's a creation I made in the past too that was inspired a little bit by this creation, and that was the Creel Beholder. That was a big legged creation. I didn't want to like try to do this. I seen this ship prior to that. Following Star Citizen news and things like that, and especially the ships. But yeah, I wanted to try something exotic like that too. And this is really cool. I know legs and stuff are really they can be hard to do on a lot of ships, trying to get the proportions right and the dimensions right. This is really pulled off very nicely though. Definitely like this. Looks alien. It's cool. Well, anyway, here let's get a nice angle of this, and let's go to a little lighting here in a minute, just because of so many texture lights on the body. I really kind of want to see what that's going to look like at night here. Yeah, get a little too dark maybe. It's kind of rough. Yeah, that looks really cool. It's the proportions of how the texture lights are spaced out, like in a lot of different places. Like there's this kind of makes a formation, and that kind of goes in with the ones going down the back here, and all the stuff on the side, which actually lights up more due to some extra lighting in the area, and that looks really cool how that's in there. Definitely like that. Again, complicated block work going on this. A lot of really cool things. Very well done. Yeah, let's go back to light and let's find a way in here. Now, if I was a guessing person, I would say it would be either back here. Okay. Maybe on the front too. I'm not sure yet. So let's do the lighting thing. I do this a lot if you haven't followed the creations, because of the interior lights. You can really set the tone and mood of a creation by putting in your own lighting. So I usually like to go to darkness when taking a look at a lot of these creations. I love this interior. It's coming right up here, just all kinds of neat stuff in this glass, the angled glass with the generators there, and this big tall section in the middle with the different colored lighting. It's all looking very, very cool. And obviously we're storing generators up here. Slick way to do that. Yeah, and this glass here, the way the formation's done on that is really cool too, and quite fairly strong too. So in case any of these get blown up from the outside, you have some protection on the inside for blast damage and things like that. So that's actually, beyond looking neat, it actually has a good solid purpose. Then we got, looks like over here we've got a bunch of passenger seats. You gotta bring in your crew. Let's see what's behind this door here. Okay, so this looks like we got some thruster access here for some strafing thrusters. Let's go up an elevator and let's see what's cooking here. So we've got our warp core here again, behind some glass. Looks like a bunch of cargo extensions. We'll take a look at the total storage on this here in a bit too. Now I'm in vanilla this time. Almost all the creations I'm showing today are for vanilla except for one. So the majority ruled here. So all these will be the correct stats except for one, and I'll point out which one that is. So it looks like we're right up to the bridge here. So this bridge would be kind of in this section over here. This is one bridge at least. That's cool. That's cool. So storage, controllers. I like this angled area and the texture lights going across the ceiling here. Again, looks really, really cool. And we've got a couple more levels here. So let's hop up here. So here it looks like we've got some utility on this floor. Armor repair, armor locker. Looks like some fuel storage there. Let's go up another floor here. And yeah, more component parts, our gravity generator, offline protection, Pentaxa tank way in back here. I like how the fuel tanks are displayed down here in these off the sides of the aisleway. And then there's our shield. And looks like a main core is back there, some oxygen storage. So basically, yeah, a lot of part storage on this floor. Very nice. I like how that's laid out. And then we're back to this area. Yes, let's go to the front here. So it looks like we've got a medical bay in this section here. We got a clone chamber and the med station. Just so you know, you don't really need this clone chamber because you have this in there. It's kind of like one or the other. This is like the low-level version of this. And you can actually, I believe, upgrade this to that. But this also handles cloning, so you don't really have to have this. In fact, if this was O2, that would have probably been better choice here. But not bad at all. Everybody, I've seen this so many times, and I didn't even know it. Someone else had to point that out to me in the past about the whole clone chamber thing, where it's not really needed unless it's early game. It is needed, however, on HVs and SVs. Those are different than the bases or CVs. But yeah, I definitely like the layout. It doesn't have a huge amount of area in here, which is cool. It's kind of like to the point, but everything is well organized. I didn't see much in crafting, but I gotta assume that this is more of a combat-oriented vessel. I already know it's combat steel on the outside, and it looks like we've got steel on the inside here. Very nice, very nice. Let's take a look at some specifications on here. Well, I'm confused on this one now. Now I'm looking at the CPU, and it's way, way over 10 million. I had it in Reforged Eden, and it didn't. I first spawned it in Reforged Eden and realized I was like, oh, this has got to be for vanilla. But right now I'm a little stumped and on what's going on with the CPU on this one. Let's see. Does it list our CPU blocks in here? Oh, it's okay. So this is just running a single advanced core. I get it now. Okay. So it doesn't really care about CPU. It's an advanced core creation. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So yeah, it is running some pretty good weaponry and things like that on there. I'm not sure how this would fit if it was, well, from the numbers, I would say it would probably be quite a bit over on vanilla. But I'm looking at the arsenal on here. And I know a lot of these take a lot of CPU, and we are running XL thrusters here as well. But I was a little surprised at the CPU on this one, on why it's up so much. It doesn't look like, I mean, I've seen creations that have bazillions of guns all over the place. And this has quite a bit, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't look like it would need that much CPU for the weaponry on here. I guess maybe some of these are terribly expensive on vanilla. It's been so long since I've really dived into the vanilla stats, besides like doing a starter vessel or something like that. I do try to make things compatible with both, but what is sucking up so much CPU on this is my biggest thing here. And it doesn't matter because it's running an advanced core. That's the way it's built and set up, so it really doesn't matter. But it does look like it's a very full-functioned ship. I'm seeing like multi-turrets and some other things on here too. Let's take a look at the storage. So what do we got here? So we got a ammo controller. God, that text is right in front of it. It looks like 208,000 storage there. Second ammo controller. So we got 2 ammo controllers, and it looks like 2 harvest controllers on here. So the harvest controllers are both 320s, and the ammo controllers are 208, so about 416k ammo. And then not too much beyond that for storage and things like that. Definitely say this is more of a combat, utility-oriented ship, so harvesting and fighting. But really, really cool design. Love it. Great choice of colors too. That red is a really nice looking red for something like this. It just looks really good with the grayish tones in the hull. So last and final specs here. Let's take a look at one last thing here. I gotta get close enough. There we go. Alright, so stats. We have size class 7, unlock level 25. Maybe this will shed some light on the CPU a little bit here. 16 fuel tanks. Has 10 generators in here. Running pretty, I mean, considering this combat steel hull, the speeds on this are quite impressive. This is vanilla though, so I'm used to Reforged Eden, and a lot of the speeds get slowed. So, but yeah, very nice lift thrust. I don't think it would have any problems moving the cargo it's got, or taking off from even potentially high gravity planets with that. I don't think it would have any problems at all, actually. So 31 RCS. That is probably the reason why the CPU is so high on this. I wouldn't think the guns in itself would do it. In fact, I got to find out. I'm in vanilla again. I don't look at vanilla that often. But how much CPU? Yeah, look at that. 1.25 million CPU for an RCS. That's a lot. So if you put in, got 8 RCS, you've already sucked up 10 million CPU on a creation. Bet you it flies really nice though. I bet you it does maneuver. So I won't check that out on this video, but anyway, very cool creation by Helen Red, and that is a Prowler. It's based on a Star Citizen, a ship. So next on the list here is a real new one here, and this is the Artemis class BC 503, and this is by Vandal. Really cool looking military ship. Lot of neat things going on here with the blockwork and shaping. I like how these turrets are done. Using a separate sideways turret on each side with kind of a firing position on kind of a frame piece with all the blocks kind of carved out around it. That looks really cool. Neat idea. Looks like we've got additional turret mount positions in other locations too, so I feel that you could probably add more guns to this ship after the fact, and it has quite a lot already. Again, this is combat steel, and combat steel, I've seen some hardened steel in there too, so it looks like a potential mix depending on what kind of blocks are there. And I get that. It's probably trying to reduce some weight in certain areas and beef up areas that need more protection. I would say this is more of a front assault type of ship by the turret layout, and it just look like there is many more turret mount positions. Like I would assume that these would be turret mount positions here. Taking a look at all the landing gear holding this up there, it looks like it would definitely work. Looks like it's designed to hold up a very heavy ship, and this is a pretty big heavy ship. I like the thruster arrangement here. All of these metal fins out on the sides over here. That's a nice accent there. And we're running a kind of a off-centered 3 XLs and 2 larges, kind of in a neat formation there with that whole housing around there. That looks really good. Some good strafing thrust over here. And let's see, on the top here we've got some flight deck. And it looks like access down into a hangar. And then the central control column area here. Oh, I have my light on. I didn't realize I had my light on. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that is cool too. So kind of like a nice war vessel going on here. It looks like a decent amount of docking area. Again, a lot of areas for additional turrets beyond what it's got already. Yeah, really cool. Really cool. I like these looks like that. You know, this thing's coming at you, and it's just got all this complexity going on throughout the hull, and it keeps on changing constantly, with a pretty interesting shape going on here too. So let's find a way in. Okay, so over here it looks like we got a radar station by the landing gears. We got a big ramp over here. Let's hop up in the hangar section here. So we got our 2 hangar doors on the side, asymmetrical, and you got one larger door than the other side. That's interesting. I didn't even realize that from the outside. I'll have to look for other asymmetrical aspects. So some utility in the back here, O2, armor locker, med bay, engineering section back over here. Yeah, let me go to the lighting thing. And I'm getting in. Wow, look at the complexity of walking into this room with the generators and the thrusters and all this stuff going on here. A lot to look at. And we got our warp core and shield right above that. Looks like we're running some big generators, which makes a lot of sense. Some thruster access in back. Wi-Fi. Taxi tanks right below the warp core there. Here, let me get out of God mode. Yeah, it's a little hot here, but this is engineering, and this looks like it would be a hot room, and it's got the warning signs. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It's not a surprise that engineering has some heat in it. Makes good sense there. Let's see over here. I like how this is done. It's yeah, just kind of flat, but that flat steel for some reason in this, because there's all the breakups going around it, looks pretty nice. Unusual way to look at it too. If you have something totally smooth, like if the whole hangar floor was all done like this, it would look like it just wasn't textured. But because there's so much textures going around the smooth area, that smooth area stands out and actually looks really nice that way, I think. Personal opinion. Oh, we got a harvest control on the floor here. That's kind of cool. Another one over here. Is this harvest as well? Nope. Okay. So that's how we got in. So how do we get to the other areas of the ship here? Probably the elevators. Oh yes, look at that. So we've got generators, exit. Looks like quite a few floors here. So we're on 5 right now, so it looks like we go up to 1. And it looks like there's multiple sides to floors here too. So I assume that is the next floor right here. Oh yeah, look at the flooring in here, all done with that kind of reflective hexagon tile stuff here. Oh, over here it looks like we've got a bridge. Or a secure bridge section here. We got a passenger seat, main cockpit, system map. That's cool. Yeah, virtual cockpit, you bet. Shield status. And med bay right in there, a locker, couple of these passenger seats down in that section. So yeah, looks like there's gonna be a lot of ASIM on this ship, which is definitely a cool thing. Wow, what are we getting into now here? So we got an ammo controller over here, 320k weapon locker, and armor locker, and repair bay, storage containers. Constructor, a couple small constructors. So yeah, nice little production area there. Airlock. Yeah, that's definitely accommodating in case you're get invaded or something. You can get health in O2 quite a few places around here. I'm gonna get lost. I already know I'm gonna get lost. Oh, look at this. This is a alternative entry point over here out on the wings. That's convenient. You know, a big ship like this, if you're doing combat and doing the game, often you'll have to get out of your ship to loot something or something like that, and it's nice to have a quick way back into a ship, or from, since the ship is so big, multiple quick ways into the ship from different sides, so you don't have to go flying around in space, which could be dangerous with a jetpack for sure. And this looks like a spot maybe for additional small generator, 1x3 generator there potentially. And that's ammo 1. Our teleporter right over here. Very nice. Oh, we've got... Okay, so this is below the big hangar doors on the top. So we've got another hangar set up down here with only top door access. It's kind of interesting, too, because you see the other hangar door right below here. So, nice. And we got a med bay over on this side. Very nice. Looks like it's oh, there's the clone. And correct me if I'm wrong too, but on the clone chamber, is vanilla different than Reforged Eden? Maybe you do need the clone chamber in vanilla. Am I missing something? Because I'm seeing a lot of people run clone chambers, at least the first 2 creations here, and I thought that was not necessary. So over here we've got hydroponics. Nice. Okay, so it looks like we've got you would remove these blocks here, and let's see, and looks like we've got spots to add grow lights above there as well. So you could get in a good 18 grow plots easily in here, and you got your food processor and fridge. This looks like a switch for the grow lights if they're installed. Let's take a look at what you're called here. Well, it's just a switch for it, I guess. Alright. Let's go back out this way. And let's go down the center corridor here. We've been there. Oh, we've been all through here. Okay. I think. Alright, let's go up another floor. What do we got here? Oh, looks like a tactical room here. Planning out your stuff. You want to avoid that red skull. If you ever see that on the map, that's usually not a thing. Something you want to go after. Usually means bad. I'm just kidding. Yeah, very nice, very nice. So, tactical room and door heading out this way, which gets you out to the flight deck area. Very cool. I like the exterior lighting here. Oh, a blinky light too, I think. Thought I seen a blinky light. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Nice. Blast door, regular door. Now let's go up another floor here. So we're at, are we on 5 already? 503 is the, 503. Oh yeah, that's the name of the ship, duh. And it looks like we're up to a first-person bridge over here. Very cool. So again, pilot seat, couple passenger seats, both doing their thing with the screens. And these guys are just checking their social media over here. I see how that's going on. Yeah, very, very cool ship. Looks pretty tough here. A lot of weapons, quite a lot of places to add more weapons, and just generally cool looking ship and design. I like the ASIM stuff inside it too, and a little bit on the hull itself. Just subtle stuff. It's not like the whole thing was built not using symmetry, but areas of it definitely are. Interior rooms and things like that, different on both sides, which is really, really cool. Anyway, awesome work on this one. Let's go take a look at the specs here. We'll start out with some CPU. So this is a vanilla creation using the 4 advanced CPU cores, 10 million CPU. Fits in that easily. In fact, you could probably add quite a few more guns on here, or turrets, even with the remaining CPU allowed. So size class 5. I thought it was actually bigger than that. So size class 5, 20-hour and 17-minute build time. It's gonna, of course, with any kind of a ship like this, with the kinds of guns and thrusters it has, it's gonna use Estrium and Zacosium. Quite a barrage of weaponry. And from what I can tell, maybe that's why the extra turrets were left off. It might have had to do with the weapon limits, default weapon limits. I'm not seeing anything that's glaring that would be too many for what the default weapon limits and things would have. So it looks like it would comply with that as well. Very nice. 20 fuel tanks. Really impressive strafing, lift, forward thrust, down thrust. Yeah, it's a very maneuverable ship again. Really cool. So again, this is the Artemis class BC 503 by Vandal. You know, one last thing here, I always like to forget about the storage. So this is going to have quite a bit of storage, I bet, too. So we've got some ammo, 3 ammos, all that 320 it looks like. Yep. And then we've got these. This looks like, I believe, regular storage. And even kind of gives you like an area where they're located in the ship, like port or starboard. So we've got the 3 of those. Looks like all these are 320, so that's 7. And then we have, okay, so that's hydroponic stuff. So it looks like 7 320K storage bays, and then some additional cargo boxes or fridges and things like that. Very cool creation again. So next here is something I just kind of found on a whim here. Now this is the one Reforged Eden creation, and this is the MS Nacha. No, oh man, I totally butchered the name. No, how do you say that? Namachia. Well, this is a combat-oriented Reforged Eden ship. It's a little deceiving too. It looks like this would be the main bridge, but actually that's just a decoy. So this was made for shooting a lot of stuff with a lot of turrets and maneuvering very quickly. I was again, I think this is more of a tactical type Reforged Eden fighter rather than like a. It's designed to avoid getting hit as opposed to having a big cushion of heavy blocks in the front or something like that. As I noticed, the hull is actually built of steel. And it's running some pretty powerful thrust on here too, so I'm expecting the speeds would be very nice on this to quickly move around and barrage stuff with a whole lot of firepower on the front here. I was just looking see if it had any fixed launchers or things like that on there. It doesn't look like that is its role. It looks like it's very dependent on its turrets and high maneuver, a lot of maneuverability on it. Very cool. And this is by Moonshine Bandit, by the way. I almost forgot to mention that. I got so excited looking at it. So let's hop in this thing here and see what makes it tick on the inside. We'll do the lighting check again here. Oh, that looks really cool. Oh, the lights kind of accent this a lot, so you kind of see like the seams and borders, the blue tone and things like that. Definitely like that. We got a good decent amount of hangar space. Looks like I got a little too far for the lights. There we go. Okay, so it switches over to this production area lights, it looks like here. So we got 4 large constructors or advanced constructors. We got some storage bays here, very conveniently placed. Armor repair. What's going on over here? Oh, got some. We got a ramp going somewhere. I'll have to check that out. We got our another armor lock. Oh, what armor repairs over there? Armor locker O2. More storage. Looks like we're gonna have probably at least 4 320k storage bays off from this room, at least. Nice medical bay over here, all kind of sealed off with the plants. That makes you feel better. That is cool. So let's see where this goes. Is this a boarding ramp? Let's go outside. Yes, it does. Okay, so here's another entry point besides going in the hangar. And we got a elevator, probably same on both sides, I'd bet. Let's go up next floor here. Oh, so we got a big generator sealed off, blast doors on the front of that. Yeah, rooms all over the place here. So we've got a gravity generator. Looks like we got a ammo controller over here, 320k. I like the LCD there. Just checking out all the little features and things going on here. I like the glass here. Oh yeah, so that's looking out the bottom of the no, that's looking down into the hangar. Oh, okay, that is cool. We got our shield over here. That's pretty evident. And you can get in here. Looks like we got some more thrusters here. And our shield room. I like the pink lighting in here. That kind of accents the shield pretty nicely there. And then we're kind of going over on a mezzanine over the hangar section in the back here. Almost looks like you could park something over here too. We got a no, that's not a teleporter. That is not a teleporter. And we got some more storage over here. Oh, it's a 32k weapon storage. Okay. Place to put all your guns. 32k is plenty for that, I would think. And over here, it looks like we've got our pilot seat, kind of in the mid section. Again, what I did notice is you see that first person looking bridge on the front, which is actually kind of set up for decoys. And we have a drone hatch lights. So where is this drone hatch? I've been hearing something here. Here, let's get the lighting back on. And it looks like locations for some quantum cores. I gotta assume that's what all the Qs are for. And drone hatch and lights. I'm not sure where that drone hatch is. I'm definitely hearing something opening and closing in this area. Huh. What am I missing? The switch would be here, so I'd assume that the drone hatch would be close by. Oh! No. So this goes down into the hangar. Oh, quick access. So you're up there, you could, if you get attacked or want to get to your hangar really quickly, you can just boop right down. I like that. And, oh, okay, and then we got a way out over here, too. So not only that, you can just completely exit the ship super quick. That is nice and convenient. Let's take a look at some specs here. These specs are going to be off, though, because I am in vanilla, and this is a Reforged Eden creation, so the CPU will be off. Most of the stuff, I think the size class is pretty much on par. Build time will definitely fluctuate as well. And the thruster, oh my god, look at the thruster performance on this. 728 ms lift, 348 or 346, 364 forward and reverse. A lot of strafing, a lot of down thrust. So this is definitely how it was designed. It's using lightweight materials, a lot of turrets, some decoys. It's very tactical, and it's designed, I do believe, for high-speed maneuvering in combat situations and putting a lot of firepower on your target. So kind of a fun kind of ship to use in game for sure. And let's see. So CPU, this is going to be way off. It does have, I was looking before, it does have like all your standard Reforged Eden cores in it. I think this comes out where, well, honestly, by looking at the turrets on, I bet you'd need probably those quantum cores installed in here to get this fully operational when you get it. A little hard to tell between the specs on two different things, but I would say that is way more turrets than what you could probably put on default. But they are definitely focused in one area too. I don't see turrets all over the body. They're pretty much all in this upper deck section here. Again, probably proud of the tactics on the function of this ship, to not have turrets all over the place, but to fly around in a particular type of formation where these turrets are always going to be able to shoot your enemy while you're evading the enemy's shots fired back at you. That would be my best assessment on what this is designed to do. And like the here in this this first-person looking bridge here too, I noticed that it's just decorative. There's a wireless up here and a small decoy generator, and there's no actual access to get into this room from the rest of the ship. So if you think you're gonna do a 1-2 sucker punch and hit this thing on the front, you are mistaken. Alright, well, next thing here, I got something floating over here, and this is by Salusta Core. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I have a way of jumping ahead. Let's take a look at the rest of the specs on this ship here. So, size class 6, unlock level 25. I guess we did look at some of this already. 10-hour and 33-minute build time, at least in vanilla. I would expect this number to go up in Reforged Eden, as it was designed for. Running quite a barrage of weaponry on it. A lot of pulse laser turrets, imagine, to take down shields, and a lot of this other stuff to do some serious damage to the hull of other ships. Storage on here. We've got, looks like 2 320k ammos, a ore and wood, so we might have some multi-turret or something. I didn't see any mining drills, so I gotta assume probably a multi-turret, or it's ready for that at least. And fridge raw, fridge cook, emergency parts, that's also a 320k. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 320s, another 5 320s, 6 320s, and then some other miscellaneous. This is another controller system over here for weapon storage, but it's smaller. But 6 320s plus some additional storage in boxes and things like that. All right, back over to the next one here. This by Solusticor. This is the Astra BA, and this isn't brand new, but it's pretty recent by Solusticor. Very, very creative. So this is a really cool looking like satellite kind of space station. Just slick design with how the solar arrangement was done. I like how they're all at different heights in here. And even these like canister type of things are different sizes and at a little different heights, and they kind of blend into the other structures in here as well. That's a real looker here. It looks like we've got a neat looking elevator access going out to all these rooms here from inside, going into a central room. All these different modules. Definitely has that more realistic tone, like this was assembled kind of like a International Space Station kind of thing. This has a lot of interesting stuff going on. It doesn't look like you get up to the top ring here. I don't see an elevator there, nor could you walk through that, but that looks really cool. Kind of like a gravity thing, maybe that spins or the whole station spins, and kind of the fake gravity kind of thing, or gravity through motion. So let's hop in here. So we've got some, at least on this, I think I'm at the top of the base. We'll start there, I guess. General stuff in the walls here. Oh, I love this LCD. Yeah, all the stuff you can do in this game is pretty amazing. This one looks like it's mixing in an LCD with some of those other LCD parts or decorative things there. That's cool. So kind of a combination. Yeah, I'll fixate on little things like that, definitely. Lighting in here looks like it's going to be pretty neat too. Very kind of a clean white lighting with some texture lights to accent that spacey feel. And okay, so that get some O2 out here. Huh. Let's see, what do we got going on? Okay, so they just kind of go out to that. That I believe is more, obviously I believe that's more of a decorative thing. I don't really think it's trying to make space full of oxygen, but it looks cool. It looks cool. And let's go down to the next floor here. And this would get us to these side rooms. The side rooms look like they are some storage. We've got some more, definitely got some O2 going on here. I like how that looks, so some of these parts look really neat. How about this room over here? This could be a location to add maybe a shield or something. And we see a lot of parts down over here. CPU cores. This is a vanilla creation again, so I'm assuming probably 4 advanced CPU cores. Not 100% on that yet though. And we got a looks like a solar capacitor over there. And another ammo storage over here. Looks like it's kind of set up to be I don't know, just a nice hub to visit. This looks like a definitely place for more stuff. I'm not sure. It's a big open area. You could fill it with storage. You could fill it with parts. I guess whatever you want over there. But yeah, take a look at how that looks at night. That is that's pretty. Yeah, those the texture lights and the general aesthetics of the whole thing really kind of ring nicely. Looks really cool. So let's take a look at some specs here. So unlock level 20, size class 2 only. Thought it was going to be more than that. 8 flak turrets. So it did have some weapons on there. I guess I didn't see them. So we have ammo for that. We have our weapons. 6 hour and 25-minute build time. Uses a little bit of estrium and zacosium, but pretty light on that. 2 fuel tanks. Usually bases don't need a lot, especially when they have solar. It's nice to have that backup though, in case you're intermittent sun or you're not getting quite enough power from that. Then you have your base turning on and off every few seconds when you're trying to do anything, which is really annoying. So typically, just my thing, I would never put out a creation that was only dependent on solar. Always have at least some kind of backup generator. I think help smooth out the power at least. Let's see. So CPU wise, this is tier 3, so it doesn't use a whole lot of CPU, only 251,000. So I would say we're running, let's see, that'd be 1 basic, 2 in CPU tier 3. What is that? And vanilla 2 improved? Must be. Alright. Anyway, very cool creation by Sluice Decor. Very creative, artsy look. I like that. Looks really looks like it could be a nice like game asset or something in there for a POI to visit. Let's go back to some lighting, and let's see. Then we've got kind of a random pick. This was in new releases. This is an author I'm unfamiliar with right now, and this is the SSC Wunjo by Senzatuko. Hard to say author name. Sentenzatuco. And this is the Wunjo, SSC Wunjo. I wanted to take a look at this. It looked pretty neat from the post. So it's a very thin ship, kind of long. I like the aesthetics of kind of having this roundish hull frame, but a lot of breakups and changes along the entire creation here. Some different colors in the mix here too. So we got kind of an orange stripe. I think I'm seeing some retractable stuff here, rocket turrets in the mix. A whole bunch of retractable turrets actually. I'm gonna just force these things out a second here. Let's open them up. Can't talk anymore. There is probably a switch, I would bet, somewhere inside, or it just depends on that switch I just hit to get all those turrets out there. Really cool. Kind of a thin, low-profile ship, rounded edges, a lot of breakups and things. A lot of turrets on here. A lot more turrets popped out than I even thought they were going to pop out. So definitely set up for some combat, it looks like, and we got a combat steel hull as well. So let's hop in here. Oh, that's cool. I like how that's done. We got a big ramp, and then the different door over there. So we get in, and we got a medical bay right away here. And this looks like this would go out the other side of the ship. Okay, makes good sense. I like how that was done with the other door in front of this. That is a neat way to seal up the. I can't hear myself think. To seal up the edges of these big ramps that take up a lot of blocks. That's a pretty slick way to do it, and it increases the opening space as well. Definitely like that. So we got some storage in here already. We got container controller on either side, or in wood on this one. Looks like a location here for a shield, if I were to guess. Or not a shield, a warp drive. A warp drive. So this may not have a warp drive in its stock, but it looks like that would be a home for it. At least the dimensions would fit that, I believe. 5x3x2. We got a repair bay right here in the middle. How does that work? Well, maybe it's designed to repair very small vessels that can get up these ramps into this section and then kind of sit in the middle here, and then you can get them fixed up. So we got this. Let's go through this hallway here. I like how this is done on the inside. Let's do some lighting cues here too. Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's I mean they're pretty small, but this is using like the 4 curvy blocks here to create these hallways. That looks pretty neat. Using some other more complex blocks in the sides there. I like that. We got a little chill out spot over here. Watch some TV. Teleport in. And it's not active. There might be a control somewhere for that too. I'll have to take a look at that. We got a small constructor, place to chill out and look at the entry point there. More storage, 320. Let's head this way. That looks pretty cool. All these well, cryo chamber or locker things. It's a cool looking decorative piece there. I like that. So we've got in here, it looks like we've got our main core and a shield, small constructor right below there. Neat lighting. More storage. Some crew rooms and a shower. I like the interior. The way it's kind of like, it's really it's tight, but it kind of feels kind of realistic. I like that. So we got another controller over here, and another one over there. So it has quite a bit of storage controllers on it. Definitely say that. Armor locker, place to chill out again. Couple passenger seats, food processor, and a toilet. And let's go this way. So yeah, the interior on this one does seem to have some definite asymmetrical elements as well. I like that. So our main bridge and a couple passenger seats there. And I think that might be it. Now this is a pretty low profile, thin ship, so I wouldn't think there would be too much more in here. Except for maybe back, no, we already looked there. Okay, and that is the spot I believe that you'd add in a warp drive. I didn't see one in here as walking through. It did have the shield, but a location for a warp drive. Alright, well let's take a look. So this is running 4 advanced CPU cores. This is another, again, a vanilla creation. We do have a lot of switches in here. This RCS switch to gravity, cooler, constructor, ramp, links, hangar, a lot of stuff going on. Space, arms, planet. So yeah, this looks like it would be more of a tried and true ship used in the game to do the gameplay stuff. Having the different weapon switches and things like that in there. That's really cool. And no problem with CPU being in vanilla on this one. 4 advanced cores. Very cool, very cool. I'd have to play with all the switches and see what they do there. General stats here. Size class 2 only, so pretty small ship. Speeds look decent all the way around. Every direction looks pretty good. Pretty good barrage of weaponry on here. And it kind of looks like, I believe these numbers would comply to the default weapon limits as well. 2 RCS on the creation, so that there alone, if they're the advanced RCS, would be what, 2.5 million CPU. So this, yeah, it's got plenty of CPU available anyway, so it doesn't really matter here. Let's take a look at some storage on the ship here. So we have got Quite a few different storage controllers. I think they're going to fluctuate a little bit in size. We got a 320 there, but a 264, 192, 320 on that one, 320 on that one, or in wood. So let me check one last thing and see. Drill retractable. Okay, so we have a retractable drill, hence the harvest storage on there. 6 hour and 34-minute build time. Very cool creation. I like that. So yeah, this was just kind of a random pick. I didn't see this one in the spotlight or anything like that. And then there's one last thing I wanted to look at. Now, there's some other things that I've been purposely skipping over, not because I have an issue with the authors that made them, is because they're for another challenge by Excalibur. So I'm trying. He hasn't actually done that challenge thing, and there's a couple creations that I didn't want to like bring into here and show before that challenge, so I avoided them. But that's the only reason. It's nothing to do with the creation or anything like that. And last, I noticed this morning. The core, and this if you need more CPU cores, you can pop one of these suckers in. They're a little big though. You need a pretty good sized ship to fit this core in there. But I gotta say, really awesome job on this. In fact, I want to do something here in a minute. Let's grab a core, and I'm gonna place a core. Oh, actually, let's just grab a base starter block. I just had to do this. Come on. Show me a base. There we go. I should make one of those. Let's see how accurate this is. And it looks really accurate, by the way. So here is the actual core. We're noticing all the little features, the display here, how these lights are done, the shaping of it. And look how close that is. That is really, really cool. So yeah, even the LCD was made in the middle here to, well, a little different design. You can't quite pull off the same thing with the LCDs. At least I don't think you can. Maybe you can. I don't know. It's hard to say. But very close, and it's right in the center of the creation there. Every little detail on the other core is emulated in here, and then of course you actually have the core itself right here in the middle. It's just for decorative purposes, but man, it's got quite a bit of room inside of here too. You could probably slam in some thrusters and have interior in this thing and fly it around too. Even who knows, even some retractable turrets sticking out of it or something. But no, a very cool modeling job. Excellent job recreating the game's regular core into a voxel creation. Really well done. Color matching, all the aesthetics and the angles and shapes and LCD and everything was really, really well done on this. So yeah, it's just one of those kind of cool novelty things. You get this in the game, and who knows, so I bet you someone out there will probably look at this and be like, yeah, that's really cool. I'm going to make a base out of it. So I'm just going to put in a door and make a base. And this was by author Vollinger. So taking a look at some of the specs here, it's just size class 1. I don't even think CPUs would be a concern on this. Yeah, it's just a tier 1. It's for decorative things, so obviously this isn't gonna do much for you unless you want to spawn this in and then build yourself a base out of it. So 2 hour and 12-minute production time on this. It doesn't use anything rare. A little bit of cobalt is its rarest thing, and other than that, I guess with some titanium as well. Hardened steel hull. That's probably why the titanium is needed there. But yeah, it's got quite a bit of room in it. I'm just saying, someone could freak out, make that into a base or a moving thing. It could happen. Anyway, that's all I've got for today, and Hope you enjoyed this. I'm kind of learning these creations as I go. Every Friday, I take a look at the workshop and try to figure out, what's out there, and what should I show. I'm starting to pay more attention to if they're for vanilla or reforged Eden as well. Some creations are for both. Some are very specific for one or the other. But I have not got around to trying to edit these videos. It really has to do with how much time I've got, and if I start to edit the videos and try to get a little bit more elaborate with them, it's going to be like a day or two project every week to do these things, especially if I added in some graphics and all that other stuff. It would be really cool to see, but I really don't have the time to do that. Even doing these videos, it takes at least 3, 4, 5 hours to do this on Fridays, typically, between doing the actual video, making the graphics for it, getting it uploaded, doing all that stuff. So it does take a while. It does take a while. I love to do a better job, though. I know there's so much that can be done. But I'm going to try this. Try putting in timestamps onto the video this week, just so you can just take a look at one specific creation if you wanted to. That'll take a little bit longer. I think it might delay the video coming out because I'll have to go through it and then add those links before I make it public. But it's not a big deal. It's a pretty quick process, I would think. All right. Well, anyway, you all have yourself a good day, and I will talk to you later.